Charlemagne saying that it's a double standard in domestic violence from women to men is true, and it should be. Just throughout history, men are freaking awful.
Oh my God.
You know?
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
You'll stop feeling bad for women who complain about their relationship with their low-level man when you realize that they are a low-level woman. No matter how smart she is, no matter what school she graduated from, no matter how good her career is, if she is with a low-level man, she is a low-level woman mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It doesn't matter. And she likes to complain about that man, but she doesn't leave that man. She doesn't get in a better situation or pick herself because she knows deep down she is a low-level woman. She feels like she can't attract better, get better, or she can't survive on her own because she can't. When you realize this, you'll stop feeling bad for women who literally pick their situations. We all have free will. This is not 1920. This is not 1809. Women have their own money. They have their own autonomy, and they are choosing bad relationships. I'm not talking about a 19-year-old with a 40-year-old. I'm talking about a grown woman who is complaining about a man that she's been with forever and she's going to stay with. She's a victim of her own demise. Stop feeling bad for that woman. Oh, and one more thing. If she has children with that man or children at all, the only people in the situation that are a victim are those kids. You should stop hanging out with that woman, talking to that woman, dealing with that woman, because not only is she a low-level woman, that's her choice. Her choosing to be with a low-level man and being a low-level woman, that is her choice. But the fact that they are involving those children in that low-level activity and you're friends with that says a lot about your character.
Boom. So she is absolutely repeating something that I've been saying since the longest, especially when it comes to sisters in the community. The reality is that a lot of these women are complaining about the men that they are also sleeping with and sharing their wombs with, okay? These women know the issues that these men have. They know what's wrong with these men. They know that these men are liars. They know that these types of men are cheaters. They know that these men are not doing right by them, but they continue to stay because it's comfortable. And you know, a lot of these women like the thug max alpha simp aesthetic, okay? They enjoy the turmoil in the relationship. They enjoy the toxicity. And just like she said, it doesn't matter how educated, how good of a job, how good her career is going, if she's an entrepreneur or whatever, if she got her own money, she's still choosing to deal with these thug max alpha simps and these men who quote unquote ain't ish and ain't this and ain't that. And they gonna tell you how much a man ain't, but then they gonna let him pull up and bust all inside them and reproduce with them. You know, it's so funny when a woman starts to complain about her baby daddy, when the reality is you dealt with the man long enough for him to impregnate you and you kept the baby. So we know women have full control of, you know, who is born and who isn't. So that's not an excuse. They can't make any more excuses, and their lives are getting exposed in real time with the advent of social media. So I'm glad that this woman kind of came and spoke up and was honest about the fact that the women who are complaining about quote unquote bad men online are the same women who are giving these types of men the time of day. New data came out from the Washington Post that shows that 50% of men under the age of 30 are virgins. meaning 50% of the men have not had intercourse. So it automatically off rip is not the majority of men breaking these women's hearts. Okay, I would go as far as to say there's only 5 to 10% of men who are even able to do this, who are even have the attractiveness level to do this and get women and break their hearts and play women and all this kind of stuff. It's not a high percentage of men. So when we see 50% of men under the age of 30 are virgins, that just means that these small percentage of men are getting all the women, meaning that the women are sharing a small percentage of men, which they continually tell us that they'll never do. We'll never share. But meanwhile, they dealing with a man who got 2-3 baby daddies or baby mamas, or they dealing with a man who, you know, is not exclusive with them. There have been no indications or signs or verbal communication that he will be exclusive with them, but they enjoy being in those quote unquote situationships. Next time you go out, ask a woman if she's in a relationship or a situationship. If she says a situationship, she's sharing a man, period. So, I mean, these women who are serial daters, they're sharing men. So it's so funny how they try and make it seem like, oh, pre-selection is not real. We don't want men who have all these women. But meanwhile, those are the only men that you're giving the time of day.
I just got into a car accident with an 18-wheeler.
Hey.
Literally, my car went underneath the 18-wheeler. If you're in Atlanta, you know it's raining so bad. My car just sped out of control. It went underneath the 18-wheeler. And I literally was just praying to God. And I made it with my son. And just like made sure that I relaxed. And then I hit the side of the highway.
Gotta slow down.
She was to me with my son. And I've been here for about 8 minutes. Not one fucking car has stopped to make sure I was okay. People have the nerve to be driving on the emergency lane to get around me.
All the police.
I'm just so grateful my son wasn't with me. Literally, it's always something, bro. There's always something. I don't know, like, if you smell, like, I gotta pee so fucking bad. Hey, bro, seeing me go straight underneath a fucking 18-wheeler, like, bro, I just immediately start praying. Like, I'm just gonna stay much off the shit if I can be here for my son. And I just like brace myself for whatever. But it's always fucking something, bro. Like...
Well, I mean, here you are, another example of how chivalry is dead and women killed it. You can just tell by the way that she looks that she is online or in person dogging men, telling men we don't need you, strong and independent. She's a single mother and she was thankful that her son wasn't in the car. So another example and another anecdote that tells us, oh yeah, she's definitely strong, independent, single mother who left her baby daddy and don't need no help by no man. So when she gets into an accident and she hydroplanes under an 18-wheeler, which is absolutely insane, okay? For one, you're going too fast, baby. You need to slow down. You were speeding. It's raining. You ain't got your tires, switched out in years. So your tires balding. You riding on the water. You hydroplaning. Your tires is bald. They don't have no tread. And you slide up under an 18-wheeler. And now you're expecting a man to stop on the side of the road and help you. For one, people can't even see through your car because obviously your window's cracked. It's raining, so they can't really see through you. You might have some tents. You got airbags that deployed all throughout your back windows. So people can't even see through your car. And then for two, you're not waving anybody down. You're not flagging anybody down. You're just assuming that a man's supposed to stop and help you out. That's BS. That's hogwash, okay? Especially since y'all strong and independent can't do, and you can do everything by yourself, then that's what you need to do. You need to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, and you need to, call the police and wait for the authorities to come and help you, because it's so funny how they don't need a man until their life until ish hits the fan, pretty much, and now they need a man to help them. Now they want a man to comfort them. But throughout all this time, you ain't need no man, and you don't have no man to call. You ain't got no baby daddy to call. You ain't got no boyfriend to call. You don't have no husband to call. You don't have no situationship to call to help you out. This is what happens to these single, strong, independent women. And honestly, like, I don't feel bad at her for her at all. She definitely looks like the type who shits on men on social media, calls men broke, does this, does that, blames men for all her problems. So, hey, baby, you just getting your just dessert. And maybe next time you think about tweeting something about being strong and independent and not needing no man, you might want to go call your baby daddy and tell him that you apologize.
Charlamagne saying that it's a double standard in domestic violence from women to men is true, and it should be. Just throughout history, men are freaking awful.
Oh my God.
Like, it was the whole big thing back in the day, would a woman take a bear or be on the street with a man that they don't know? That's not because they want to portray men as a certain thing. It's because men have been a certain thing. It's also because of the level of physicality between the two genders, right? Now, it doesn't make it okay for a woman to hit a man. It doesn't make that something that we should allow to happen, but there is a difference in the things. I can see the difference. I know why there's a difference. And when you think about Sha'carri Richardson and Christian Coleman, largely black women protect black men.
Oh my
Black
God.
women protect our culture. Largely, that's something that black women want spoken about, that we praise them for. But there are these situations as well that do become aggressive, that do become violent. They are not without fault. But what Sha'carri Richardson has to think of, and any black woman that puts a black man in that position, is what could be the next step for him.
Right.
In a world that doesn't value him, with authority figures who have had run-ins with unarmed black men that turn violent, you've now put him in a bad situation. And I think those are the thought processes that sometimes when you're young and you're immature, you don't process in the right way, whether it's the initial action or it's the second half of it where you're pleading with the police officers and saying his name in those ways and now involving him in the second tier of it. And so, like, the thing for me would be protect one another.
Right.
Both Christian Coleman, who did the right thing. You could tell he wasn't taught that you don't just retaliate or you don't retaliate. He was taught that you protect. He was taught that you keep your hands to yourself. He was taught that you love and that you support and you respect. And because of him, I believe this situation was able to be de-escalated. But for her, she has to be smarter, man. And though there's a double standard, that doesn't mean it's okay.
Holy crap. This is so tone deaf, brain dead take by simping Ryan Clark. Now, obviously, we got respect for Ryan Clark's football career, a top-down safety who's bringing a big hit and can disrupt plays at will. Nothing but respect for that. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but future Hall of Famer guy, undrafted guy, made his mark on the NFL. We respect that, but God, I just can't with the brain dead take saying black women protect black men. Ninja, where, bro? I mean, give me one example. And he obviously didn't watch the full body cam footage of Sha'carri Richardson, which we broke down on a live stream. Sha'carri Richardson absolutely threw Christian Coleman under the bus. She called him a liar. She called him a coward. She called him a fraud. She was disrespecting him. She was saying, oh, well, this is what happens when I deal with Christian Coleman. And then she says, this is what Christian Coleman's doing to me, as if Christian was the one who got her arrested. She lied on Christian and told the police that Christian hit hit her. And then he's going to talk about black women protect black men, black women protect the culture. No, black women throw black men under the bus to be killed by the police all the time. I mean, whenever it is an unarmed black man getting shot by the police, a lot of times you have black women making that phone call to the police, and the police are rushing over trying to protect her. So, I mean, black women have already sold out black men in the 70s when it comes to, welfare and them trading the government financial protection for family, right? They swapped out their husbands for Uncle Sam. And we black men have understood that, and we're just now really coming to the grand realization within the past 5 years, thanks to Kevin Samuels. Honestly, rest in peace to the Godfather. But this take from Ryan Clark is absolutely brain dead. He's talking about there should be double standards between men and women when women get violent with men. Well, we've actually seen examples of women deleting men and having men deleted. We just seen T Hood in Atlanta get deleted by his girlfriend's brother, and we just saw Trouble get deleted dealing with a female. I mean, we've seen these cases time and time again where a woman is one of these black women that he said protecting black men are actually not protecting black men, but putting black men in harm's way, putting black men in between them and a bullet. So, we're not really going for this narrative that Ryan Clark is trying to paint, especially when it comes to modern black women. Now, I could understand if he's talking about the grandmamas and the aunties of the yesteryear, but he want to talk about some, that thing back in the day with the bear and the man, as if it was something back in the day like decades ago. Bruh, that happened like 2 months ago. And the bear and the man conversation was disingenuous at best because women are alone with men all the time and nothing happens, right? Women are alone with men all the damn time and nothing happens, but watch them be alone with a bear and see how fast that thing gobble they behinds up. I mean, Ryan Clark, I do not agree with you at all in this situation, in this scenario, and I'm so surprised that none of your co-hosts jumped in and said, yeah, bruh, I can't rock with you on that. Sha'carri Richardson is 100% in the wrong. He's trying to absolve her of responsibility when she was the one who got held accountable. She was the one who was arrested. She was the one who made headlines, and she didn't even lose any endorsement deals. If this was a man pushing a woman around, he would be crucified. He'd never be able to run in the Olympics again. But Sha'carri Richardson is going to continually be given be given chance after chance after chance. And this is not the first time she was in trouble with the law for getting in a domestic dispute. That's what you have to understand. And Ryan Clark is acting like this is the first time she's been in a domestic dispute. No, bro, she and her previous girlfriend used to beat on each other, and we know lesbian relationships have the highest rate of domestic violence. So you're absolutely wrong in this, Ryan Clark. You have no context, you have no historical reference, you have no basis on what you are saying. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And we know that domestic incidents, especially within the black community, in many cases are mutual combat, because when the last time you ever heard of a black woman just getting her ass beat, like just absolutely just getting in a fight with a black man and not fighting back? I'm sorry, but black women fight back, and sometimes they even start the fight. So what you have to understand is you have no frame of reference. You have, You're making your statements based off of emotion, and you don't even know the case. You don't even know the facts of the case. The facts are Sha'carri Richardson got caught on camera assaulting her boyfriend. She hit him, beat him, and threw headphones at him. And then she tried to make it seem like it was his fault when the police came. I mean, and you're trying to act like black women protect black men? Yeah, that's BS. She was not trying to protect him. She was trying to get him indicted. So what the hell are you talking about, Ryan Clark? This is just another example of what happens when your brain is on beta male simpery for the black matriarchy. But you already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship request to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp on your paying your tithes. Man, y'all need to be on your motherfucking with the BS. And you already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.